So excited. Okay, we're got SkinVive in. It's such a pretty box and color. It's so smiley. And we're gonna do beautiful RPA Donna, who's here at our National West Med Spa. We're gonna do her face, and I'm gonna talk through, fumble my way through what we've been learning on the training and stuff. This is such an easy product to inject. It's very safe to inject. But you should always use your safety techniques of if you aren't comfortable with the depth that you're injecting in, then make sure you're aspirating every time. If you see blanching or anything, we're massaging out and getting blood flow and then treating it exactly as we would any other occlusion if you feel like you have one, of course. It's a skin rejuvenation product. It's in the Juvederm family, but it's not a filler. It's something that's going to hydrate the skin intradermally, that's where it's injected. And so your skincare products will typically sink down to that junction right between the epidermis and the dermis, and the product is intradermally, is down in the intradermis and is hydrating from below that, so up to meat. So then you're getting this hydration like 2 layers deep instead of just your skincare products, only going so deep. So it is a super great complement to any skincare routine. It's a minimum of 1 full syringe on each side. So 1 syringe and 1 syringe comes in the box of 2. And then that's a starting point. Some people might need more than that, but that's a great starting point to kind of talk through to your clients. And then what else? It's indicated for up to 6 months. So this is like some of your favorite facials, the hydrating stuff that lasts for like 24 hours. This is going to last you like up to 6 months. And then, you can build on top of that, obviously, and come in and get your extra treatments of it and stuff. So I'm going to go through marking out the grid that's recommended to use. So it doesn't really matter where you start, but we're going to mark 20 dots on this grid, and the way to get to it is we're going to go lateral to her marionette line, so about right here. It's kind of right in front of that jowl. We're going to do her mandibular angle right here. And I always say don't be married to your dots, and then patterns. We don't train on patterns, but this is a really good general rule for everybody that you can find. Lateral to your mid-nasal ala. I said mid, just your nasal ala right here. And then I'm kind of honoring her when she looks forward, her mid-pupillary line. We're really careful to not inject medial to that, so I kind of want to always err to the lateral side of that, because a lot of our arteries and stuff come out of our infraorbital foramen there. And then we're going to come down, and then her last one is on her zygoma, which I just kind of going straight up and then going right on that zygoma bone right there. So that's kind of my starting point. And then I think what we're kind of deciding on, I'm actually going to move that out just a little bit. Real quick on aseptic technique, guys, make sure we're using our HIPAA cleanse and along with our alcohol, because the number 1 complication with this was infection. And then putting it on your gloves too. These gloves are supposed to be clean, but I just rubbed it around on my fingertips because I'm going to be touching this a lot. So make sure we follow good aseptic. And then I am putting my hand here, but you can tell I'm not touching her head because I want to keep even this hand as clean as I can. Okay, so we're going to get 20 marks out of here. I think I'm going to do 4 down here. You're spacing them out 0.5 centimeter to 1 centimeter apart. And then we're going to have 5 across. And then I'm just going to kind of continue that pattern. And my dots don't have to be perfect, although my type A personality wants me to fix that one. That's okay. And then what we found is if we have any extra leftover product, we'll talk about how much to inject in a second. We're kind of going in between these other injections. If some of them are a little more spaced out than others, which you can tell my grid is not the best. Am I missing a line? What you do for it now? Oh, these are what I'm missing. Okay, it's not perfect. 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. There we go. 5. Yes. Okay. All right. That looks great. I mean, marking is like the hardest part, I think, probably. Okay. Get my syringe. They look like all of our other Juvederm syringes. It comes with a 32 gauge needle. The ones in the box are the 1/2 inch ones that come in, and then they do recommend using a 3/16 inch needle. Those can just be kind of hard to come by, but you can get them off some of your medical supply places that you get other things or your other medical supplies off. So this is a 1/2 inch needle. So I'm not going to be burying this needle, as you'll see. I'm going intradermally, which is a pretty shallow injection. And then you want to stay at a 45-degree angle. And that's the easiest way to get into the depth that you're wanting to get to. And then I'm injecting somewhere between 0.01 and 0.05 at a time based on like her skin thickness. So that's where it might vary a little bit. So the client we did before had thinner skin than Donna here, and I ended up injecting about 0.03 at a time on one side, and then we did 0.05 on the other side, and they actually both turned out well. But you're just kind of gauging based on her skin thickness. She has nice skin, and we've already actually done her other side, so the 0.05 injections is kind of what I'm going to err to. But if you see skin rise and stuff, then maybe you're too shallow or you're injecting maybe too much product, and you can either think about going a little bit deeper, safety first. If you're going to go deeper and you're unsure of that, remember aspirate. You may not see me aspirate too much, but if I'm unsure when I'm injecting, then you'll see me aspirate. And then, yeah, the amount of product, you're just kind of watching if you're getting skin rise and stuff. We don't want the skin rise. We're not filling. We just want the little blebs in there to get the hydration down in the intradermal layer. And then if I do see a bleb, you're going to see me poke on it. Like I said, I've got clean hands, clean face, and I might go ahead and push on it a little bit to get it to flatten out. And then we'll massage it at the end to make sure it's nice and clean. The grid does definitely help you stay very organized, I should say. Now my hand is going to get dirty on her head. Okay. She has no numbing on, for the record. This does have lidocaine in it, and we've already found with those we've injected that the numbing is not necessary, though something that you can certainly do, but it's not imperative. The clients have done well so far. So like I said, a little 45-degree angle, just like this. They don't want you tensing or anything, so you're just being confident about your depth. And then I'm giving her just a little 0.05 injection, just like that. And then I'm just trying to stay at my 45. I'm pretty, feel really good about my depth so far, so you won't see me aspirate, but aspiration is never wrong. Does that look like a good depth, Jesse? Getting the finesse down takes a second, but not too long. And then the amount of products pushing in. There you go, lay down a little. Excuse my, oh, thank you. And I'm going to kind of massage her at the end. If I see an obvious little bleb, I've been pushing it down, but just going to kind of massage her at the end. Oh, and then, the changing the needle. So I just did 5 injections. I have a really cool graphic that are amazing. Allergan rep shared with us that shows after you poke these little tiny needles in people's skin, really more than 2 or 3 times, the needle tip literally is like broken. So changing these needles is so important. It's something that I forget to do so often as we're just into what we're doing and paying attention to safety and stuff, but they come with 4 needles, so try to remember as you're moving down the row would be perfect. Just change it after every row, and just having some extra on hand in case someone's skin is just super tough, which Donna does have very nice skin. And you can feel when that needle starts dulling. And then I'm injecting, and then I am stopping and coming out. So I am not dragging filler out. There's no retrograde injecting. And then you really don't want to do a Hershey kiss. You want to do this 45-degree angle. That's how you're going to get your depth the best and have the best results from it. You doing okay? Mm-hmm. So we are halfway done, and I'm exactly half a syringe on her, which ultimately doesn't mean much, but hey, it's what we're supposed to be at. Turn your head just a little bit more. And you can see some of these little blebs probably on the camera, I hope. And like I said, I'm going to use an amazing product that I want to share anyway for post-sculpture massaging. And then I think it's going to be really great to massage with it for this. And let's just say if we saw blanching or something, then we would obviously, the first step whenever you see any blanching is to massage it out. So I would instantly just start massaging until I had blood flow return. And if I didn't, for some reason, have blood flow return, I would start doing my steps for a true occlusion. Since we're in this intradermal layer, there really shouldn't be being the word, there should not be any vessels lying up here, but we all know that everybody's anatomy is different. And I forgot to change my needle again, so let me do that. Oh, here, no, I'm just throwing it down. Thank you.
You can definitely tell when you change it.
Well, yell at me.
Oh, I mean, I forgot too, but...
I really, when I say I'm the worst, I truly am. What we got right here? We got one little row left. good. And don't be married to your dots, y'all. If you need to move your needle a different direction from where your dot is, or you lose a dot, like it's okay. Just we're 1/2 centimeter to 1 centimeter apart. And the grid is just to help you stay organized. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna clean off my fingers, and we're gonna touch in her head, because that is so important. And then this stuff right here, y'all, is it's from Mizzy Cosmetics. We partnered with them. We absolutely love it. This is their Sculpture post-procedure serum. It smells amazing. It's super thin, but it moves super well over the skin, and it's great for any post-procedure. It has arnica in it and some essential oils. You literally need like 2 drops. Like that bottle is gonna last us forever. But it's gonna help us. She doesn't need a lot of smoothing. I can tell from the angle of the light. And then it's like, is it your little poke hole that's sticking up, or is it actual product? So I think we want to kind of give it a massage every time just to be sure, and you're just trying to feel it, but I can't feel any product. And it really does, as soon as you, like when I inject and then was going like that, it just pushes down so nicely, and it's just so easy to inject and so easy to blend. And then that's it. And we will leave her like that and just tell her not to touch it, and you just keep her nice and smooth as she leaves out of here, and there's nothing post-care wise. You just leave it alone and treat it as normal poke holes in the face. Don't touch it, and don't put your daggum cell phone on your face, or HIPAA cleanse their cell phone as they walk out, because even if when you tell them, they're still going to put it on their face. So clean their cell phones off. That's like the #1 grossest thing. And then make them wash their hands. They're going to touch their face and they're going to talk on their cell phone. Okay, so excited. We're offering this everywhere. All our mobile injectors, our independent med spas, all of our brick and mortar locations in all of the states and all the places is going to have this product. We're all getting trained on it. So we're so excited to offer it, and just reach out to your injector or to a med spa and come see us. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thanks. Is it done?